What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and I know, another Immortal Dungeon run, but I think it's really good to show Immortal Dungeons runs because, when I do the Immortal Dungeon guides, you guys do get to see, like, the characters and the team compositions of characters that you can use for the Immortal Dungeons, but you don't get to see the builds. You don't see the imprint stones, you don't see the card sets that I'm using, and sometimes I think it's really better just to show you guys an actual run by a team that can get the max score, and this is a free-to-play team. Now, the last time I did an Immortal Dungeon video that I said was free to play, I got a few comments that was saying, well, it's really not free to play. Okay, so let me give you my definition of what free to play is. Free to play to me is whenever you're using these tokens from the exchange shop, whether it's these summon tokens here or these card sets, whatever card sets are available and these tokens here, or whatever characters are available and these tokens here, are to me free to play because you don't have to pay actual money for them. You just salvage souls, then you can get these tokens. If you're using tokens from the check-in log events, so we go in the check-in log event, if you're using these tokens right here, this card token right here, or the summon tokens that we do get every month, that would be considered free to play to me. If you're using these summon tickets right here, or the card summon tickets, if I have any of them, let me see if I got any available. These card summon tickets, that to me is free to play. Any cards or characters that are available in these resources, that to me is free to play because you're not actually paying real money for any of it. You can just farm and farm every day, farm your tickets every day, farm souls, exchange your souls, get those tokens, get the summon tokens, do the check and log event. You just got to log in to get those. To me, that is free to play. So that's kind of the guide that I go by. So against Immortal Mose, I've told you guys before that you need dot characters. You want dot on the first and the second team, so that way you can stun this boss. And this is an amazing free-to-play team. And when you look at the builds, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is even better. So, well, let me back up a little bit first. So here we have Xian, who offers that 20% PG rate leadership for the yellow fighters. And yellow fighters do have the type advantage. So the first team is all yellow. And we have Xian and Orochi Chris, both who have dot explosion. And I've actually wanted to use Orochi Chris for a long time and Xian, so it's actually really great to be able to use them here. And then we got Pretty Zero on the team because she's going to be our main damage dealer. Whenever this boss is being stunned or the dot explosion is being applied, we're going to be able to do a lot more damage to this guy. So this is a great team. You got two dot exploding characters on the team. They're all yellow type. They all have the advantage. And then you got Pretty Zero for the damage dealer. And as far as the builds, I am running a Leah set. The Leah set I have tested before on other characters and does prove to be very, very strong in here. For Xian, Akane, Leah, Akane might be a little bit better because you actually get that last few seconds of immunity to help his survivability. So that actually might be better, but I decided to go ahead and just run the Leah set. And as far as imprint stones, no imprint stones, guys. Nothing. Zero. And we do have max text capsules. He is level 40, and that's about it. And the thing about Xian is he has no immunity. He does have super armor, but he doesn't have any immunity. But because we're able to stun Immortal Mose, and I said this in the last video, as long as you're doing dot explosion to this guy, you're just increasing your survivability of all your other characters. So these characters that have weak survivability, like Xian, like Orochi Chris, like Mary, who we're going to show in a little bit, they can survive because you're stunning the boss. You don't have to worry about taking a lot of damage from him. Now, Xian doesn't have any PG rate in his core, but we are getting 20% PG rate from his leadership. But his skills are very slow and lanky, like they're very long. It takes a little bit for him to go through his skills. You can't really cancel his first skill, so that does make him a bit annoying. So it might be a good idea to have a PG rate stone on him, like one of these stones right here. But as you'll see in the run I'm going to do, I don't have it. But if you're Xian, it's like weaker build. If you have like a weaker build team, it might be a better idea to have a PG stone on him. That way you can do that long 3 PG that he has to stall that timer, so you're able to do a lot more damage. And we got a bit of a loading screen here. Today, my friends, today. Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. Good Lord. It's going to say retry in a little bit. Your connection is failing. Something ridiculous like that. La da 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 What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Okay, so things got wacky, so I actually had to restart my game, but back into what we were talking about. So Pretty Zero, she does have max capsules. She is level 50. And I'm only using 2 imprint stones on her. Now, if you were using double attack stones, and it wouldn't matter what dot effect was on those stones because she doesn't have any dot effect at all, would be a lot better. I mean, I'm only using an imprint stone that gives an extra 5% attack. Well, that's the heal. That gives 5% extra attack and HP. That's not a whole lot. You'll get 20% or actually 22% from having a double attack stone. If you have a single stone, an HP stone on her, you're going to get an extra 12% attack, which is still better than this stone. And then we're using this stone here that does decrease the enemy's defenses by 20%. And that's it. I don't have a PG stone. If I had another double attack stone, that would make a big difference, the amount of damage she does. So she's not a fully optimized Pretty Z at all. And then for our card set, we are running the Akane. Again, you know, Leah would be fine for her. That would be a great set for her. And then we have Orochi Chris. And it's actually really great to be able to showcase Orochi Chris a little bit. He's only level 30. He has no imprint stones whatsoever. So I got 2 characters on this first team that don't even have imprint stones. 1 character that doesn't even have optimal stones at all on her. And then for the set, we're using the Mad Tea Party set. And this is going to be a little theme you're going to see amongst this team. I'm actually going to use the Mad Tea Party set on quite a few characters because, you know, whenever they're doing their critical hits, maybe they're applying dot damage, maybe they're just doing more damage because of it. But like in Chris's case, he actually does the dot effect whenever he does critical hits. So having that Mad Tea Party set, which increases your critical rate, is going to enable you to do a lot more critical hits. Therefore, you're going to be doing your dot damage a whole lot more often. This is a really good set for Chris, at least in this game mode against the Immortal Mose, because you will get this extra increased critical rate by 8%. And then one of these cards actually gives you some extra critical rate. This gives you an extra critical rate by 10%. And then you also get the deals additional damage by 220% upon landing a critical hit. So very important, you know, it's like you're getting double setups, right? You're getting the dot explosion and you're getting the extra 220% damage. And then we go over to the next team. Now we are using Orochi Iori, who offers that 60% increased damage for attack type fighters. And then we got Guinness, who's an attack type fighter, and Mary, who are all attack. And Mary's got the dot explosion. And for Orochi Iori, I am going to be using the Mad Tea Party set. And this is going to synergize very well with Orochi Iori's kit because he has a lot of critical rate buffs and critical damage. There's a critical damage bump by 60%. He's got a critical rate bump by 15%. I mean, just insane for this character. And you could run the Akane and Leah on any of these characters that I have Mad Tea Party sets on. And as far as Ember Stones, he is built really well. He does have double attack on all 3 of his stones. And I am using his 3PG that's always available in the game. And then Guinness here, I'm running the Akane. I mean, honestly, the Mad Tea Party set would be really good on him too. I only have 3 Mad Tea Party sets, so I couldn't equip another one on him. But whenever you're playing Guinness, I mean, this is completely up to you. But I prefer to equip his 5PG. That way I make sure he's using his default finisher. It's much longer. His 3PG is just too short. So I actually prefer just to use his default whenever I play with Guinness. I have a lot of luck doing this. I've tested it over and over and over. And I seem to always do more damage, at least for me, on my device by just using Guinness's default finisher. And as far as his imprint stones, we do have, I believe, 2 double attack and then 1 single attack stone on him. But the Mad Tea Party set would be great on this guy because, again, he does have some really insane critical rate buffs like Orochi Iori, and that's going to synergize really well with him and also allow him to do a crap ton of damage. And then we have Mary. Mary has no capsules on her at all. She is level 40. She has no imprint stones. We have 3 characters on this full team, on both teams, that have no imprint stones at all. And then she has the Mad Tea Party set as well. And I'm using her 3PG that's always available in the game. And the Mad Tea Party set's actually really good for her because she does get this increased damage by 30% on a critical hit. Her dot explosion is a little bit different. Deals chill damage equal to 2 times the remaining chill damage and remove chill effect when attacking an enemy. And there's no cooldown on her dot explosion. That is very, very important. Because there's no cooldown, So you can just keep doing dot explosion over and over and over to this guy, which is crazy. That is insane. And she does have 15% PG rate in her core, which really, really helps her. Now, I've actually already pre-recorded a run because sometimes I might get like 495 million with this current team set build. Sometimes I might do it really quick. The run you guys are actually going to see, they do it very, very fast. So we'll go ahead and bring that up right now. All right, here we go. Now check this out. So I'm running on semi-auto, and I just start with Xion, run through his skills, and then I switch to Pretty Z. And then I go through Orochi Chris, and this kind of thing. I'm just switching between all these characters over and over and over. And now I'm just going to start playing Pretty Z. Pretty Zero is the character you want to be playing over and over and over. You want to make sure whenever her Awaken skill is ready to use it and just start spamming her skill. Now, a little trick you guys are going to see that I've actually done in the past is I'm going to go ahead, I hit the guard, right? Her 5 PG was up, and I switched to another character so that way I could start spamming another character while Pretty Zero was doing her 5 PG. That's a very important trick. Once you build up your 5 PG on a character, right? You don't have to worry about this with a 3 PG because once you build up a 3 PG, you can just switch to another character, and the character that had the 3 PG will already do the 3 PG. But when characters have their 5 PGs, like K or Pretty Zero or maybe Original Zero, what you want to do is whenever their 5 PG is ready to go, you see it highlighted, you want to hit that guard, and while it's still highlighted, then go ahead and switch to another character, and they'll automatically use their 5 PG. Just a sweet little trick that you can do to help you do a lot more damage as you're playing against these Immortal dungeons. And Chris, you know, the downfall to him is he does have a 5 PG, so most of the time you're just going to see him do his 3 PG, but we don't care. We just want that dot explosion. The boss is stunned, and that's all we care about. And while he's stunned, we can do a whole ton of damage to this guy. I mean, and Xion's got a really, actually a pretty long 3 PG. Very nice. So there you see, I'll get the 5 PG up for a Pretty Z. I guarded, and I went ahead and was able to switch to another character. And Pretty Z will do her 5 PG. Oh, I'm sorry, actually she's doing her 3 PG. Oh, I'm sorry, her default. I screwed up there a little bit, I think. That's alright, that's alright. We'll still get it done. Same thing here, we're just running through all of our characters, running through all the skills of all of our characters. And the main character you're really trying to play here is Iori. Just like Pretty Z, he's a yellow character. He's got a lot of damage. Just make sure that you're spamming him for the most part. So that's exactly what I'm doing. His 3 PG is ready to go, but I'm still spamming him. We just want to keep doing as much damage as we can. Now we switch to Ginnets, and we're going to start pouring it on. I'm really just letting Mary kind of play on her own for the most part. I'll switch to her once in a while, and I'll use her a little bit. But really, Ginnets and Iori, because they're my main damage dealers, I'm just using those guys as much as I can and spamming their skills as much as possible. Come on, Mary. Get him, girl. Get him. Oh, yeah. And Iori, you could use this default finisher. It's fine, too. The 3 PG is a little bit better. It's a little bit longer. But the default would be fine. But there's a point where he does a grab. And the skill will cancel immediately whenever you do that. But Ginnets' default, I mean, it's pretty damn long. It really does help quite a bit. I mean, you could build up his 5 PG like what I was doing with Pretty Zero and do his 5 PG because it's actually fairly long, but you'll find the default's a little bit longer, and it does really allow you to do a lot more damage over time. Oh, yeah. Get him. I mean, look at the damage, guys. Just crazy. Crazy. We're about to hit the 500 million, and boom, we hit the 500 million. Yeah. That's right, my friends. That's right. With, what, about 8 seconds to spare? Just insane freaking team. Amazing, guys. Amazing. So, I mean, that's your free-to-play team, guys, and that is what I consider free-to-play. I mean, if some of you disagree in the comments, let me know. But you can definitely get it done with these characters. They're always available in the game. You can get any one of these characters from the summon tokens or from the summon tickets, from the United banner. They're always available in the game. So let me know how you're all doing in the game. Let me know if you're saving your rubies for the 3rd anniversary. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.